analysis. No, we have the game on our hands.
Oh, and it's already up, ready to go. 1 minute, 40 seconds left to be able to figure out a plan, a solution, if whatnot. But Janky's sitting down here, waiting here on the defense, down in CT.
Yeah, keep an eye on those utilities as well from everybody equipped, especially Hot Flash. A lot of flashbangs on their side trying to stall from under Monster, but Janky being caught out by not one, but the entirety of Police and Bocks as they approach on the site is huge.
Yep, there's more that comes in. You're hiding right underneath. As the peek comes out, it's going to be Kimmy, of course, taking it to Kane and Center right behind to be able to get the refrag out. But overall, right, it's still another round you win here for Bocks, and you can tell they feel very comfortable with this map.
Absolutely. Bocks again, they went for the full entry push through Monster. They were able to achieve with very little utility usage. Not really too many flashbangs or the like of just being able to pressure on the Hot Flash that were holding and anchoring the site. It looks like the match has been paused. Might be a time for deliberation to see. We do see the buy-ups here from Bocks side. Galeals, a few Tech 9, sure, some pistols. But for the most part here, it's a little bit of anti-eco action coming through.
Yeah, starting off here. Just a small pause, right? Already trying to succumb to a conclusion. But here for Police and Bocks, it's interesting that they were the ones that called it, just trying to figure out what's going on. Because Smiley here actually not settling for anything above, of course, coming out with these pistols. So I like the way things are going, right? Not wanting to invest too heavily, maybe looking for the fact that they want to try to save up for the next round. But overall, I think the way that things are going for Police and Bocks is going to work out. They just got to be careful, right? If Hot Flash can manage to get at least one rifle out of the hands, it could lead to many.
Absolutely. And that being said, though, early entry into the next round, we do see a little bit more movement coming out from Hot Flash, but more aggressive towards the outer rim of B site, trying to transverse their way through sewers.
Yeah.
It's Vanessa and company to meet this. Molly on top. They're trying to find their way through. They're waiting for that angle down beneath.
Ooh. Yeah, Kimmy's being very cautious, but Summer getting caught out the moment that Kimmy peeks that. It's not going to be a win out, but they know where Kimmy is now. Having that information here is kind of like swaying away, but Sunny gonna be able to meet at least everybody. Will they be able to pick it off? They need the one, but Smiley takes them out. And of course, Vanessa's gonna be there, taking another. Leah left alone. Possibly. Actually, if they manage to get this rifle, it could work. Just one more shot left, but not gonna let them take it. It's another one there for Kimmy, and another round here for Bocks.
And by this point on Inferno, we had seen Hot Flash convert the second round. It was even 1-1. The only time so far in the matchup we had seen the evenness of the scoreline. But from here, like you said, the comfortability from Police and Bocks shining through, able to pretty much effortlessly get onto a site and go for these executes has been unbelievably strong. But now that we see weapons on the sides of Hot Flash, this is the real litmus test, Gompers. This is the time to go through and achieve and kind of convert around to keep that economy going. That being said, though, aggression seemingly meets aggression through Monster. Pre-placed incineraries go onto the ground.
Ooh, everybody's already getting taken out here. Kimmy, though, is actually going to be the one. Nobody's messing around here in Hot Flash. It's going to be Janky looking for one. There comes, and Janky's low enough to the point where it's going to be that one tap that really is going to create the solution here. Please send Bocks. It just one by one getting taken. It's super unfortunate. Janky sitting here. Senna peeks it. Not going to be wary of their corners. And I mean, there it goes for Janky.
And there we go. There's that conversion we were talking about. Hot Flash able to win the round. They had better weapons. They had those rifles in their hands, and they were able to hold the site effectively. We predicted at the end of Inferno, only getting 2 rounds on their T side, that Hot Flash, the way they've been able to play so mechanically and use the environment of the map to their advantage, should be a really good CT-sided composition and team. And I think we're starting to see the seedlings blossom out here from that first map.
Yeah, slowly working their way around here. Hot Flash know what they want to do here on the defense. And this is definitely different. I like the fact that they were able to at least maybe clear things up 1-2. This time around, Sunny definitely creating some of that damage off Smiley. And they've learned from their mistakes from before. They're backing off this time. They're not fighting for it.
And this is something Hot Flash like to do often. They like to start off slow and then play the aggressive game like we had seen on Inferno. Sunny and company, good for their trades, but Senna gets by. Surrounded by one, takes one down from the toilets, but maybe making a second? No. Instead, it's trades on trades. And, we talked about the confidence of Bocks in these first 2 rounds, but I gotta say, Hot Flash, they look rejuvenated. They look new.
Already. The B site This is, in fact, trying to be contested through spawn, which is interesting as they work their way up around the back here. On the B site, there's only one watching. Vanessa trying to clear things up, but it's Summer waiting. Oh, I'd be scared. I guess Summer's just trying to smoke off here.
What was the 3v2? The Ingress onto the site. It's Janky up above, has the aerial reconnaissance to see where everyone's at, but she goes down.
There's a lot more here. Okay, Bouchard. But things aren't looking too good here for Sunny. Sunny's not really in a good position health-wise, and it's the fact that it is also a 3v1 situation. Unless Sunny can really pull something together here, but I don't think it's going to work out. Yeah, just waiting for maybe some exit frags.
Yeah, I mean, exit frags in this situation might be the best here.
Uh-huh.
Try to get that economy up. I always love talking about economy. The numbers are cool. But even just padding up the stats a little bit too, helping out. This kind of stalling period's also really good to kind of deliberate with the team, see what's going on, and how you can convert these rounds more. But it's almost an opposite issue. We had seen Hot Flash, they struggled on their own T side to go for those executes, right? They were stalled out by so much of the CT, smokes, the incendiaries, pretty much everything that Little Bocks, that's the old team, Please Send Bocks had in their arsenal. But now Hot Flash, when they're being pressured so much onto a site, their only option seemingly is to back off and, give up that map control. We need to see that utility come out and go toe-to-toe against themselves, but Bocks here, a litany of flash grenades here into the next round. We're not seeing any at all from Hot Flash. They're mostly relying on HE grenades for that chip damage and maybe smokes to clear some space, but I don't know if that's enough with just pistols.
No, they definitely had at least someone to time to. Vanessa, once again, always found in these corners, but Vanessa hasn't been cut off just yet. Is going to try to peek through to be able to get the refrag, and as it comes down, it is in fact going to be there, at least for Vanessa. Okay, Hot Flashes. I mean, they just keep getting taken down.
Just keeps going. Summer really good on the aggress there. Does take down at least one. It's not a clean round from Please Send Bocks. In fact, most of the rounds haven't been so far, but this is one of the first few full rifle rounds the team's had, and 2 of them have already gone down on the eco. That being said, Summer does pick up that Vandal, that AK, like you said, is able to hold on to it. Even now, might not be the best idea in the world, Gompers, but going for a save and keeping the M4 and the AK might be good in the long run.
Yeah, it's good here to save, especially with Hot Flash. And this is definitely newer, because in the last map we didn't see too many saves here from Hot Flash. They definitely struggled a lot with the economy, and I feel like this is something they discussed before. Hey, the eco wasn't too good, and maybe we need to start saving and try our best to be able to play a little bit further into the next rounds. But you can see Senna really trying to seek out these players here.
Yeah, I think Santa realizes what's going on. Okay, we're not gonna let you keep those weapons. No saving money this time. And you're completely right, though. In the previous map, and we keep harping on this a lot, we saw a lot of Hot Flash go for these full buys, get taken down on the execute, and then have a litany of pistol and double save rounds afterwards. And so the economy juggling wasn't really the best at all. But Hot Flash this time, like you said, they're able to maintain those rifles a lot more than before. And I think just going for those maybe more passive saves, maybe just having that banking behind you, padding up that money a little bit, is a great idea. And I think that plays into the tack timeout as well. Maybe we'll be seeing less aggression from Hot Flash now that they're on CT side. But Please Send Bocks. I mean, how do you counter-strap this so far? That's where the homework comes in. They've been able to take site control so much.
It's difficult. Like, we didn't get to see too much of the T side here from Please Send Bocks, because majority of the time from what we saw before was that CT. But once again, like you said, just playing into the factor of they take up that space so diligently. And they just really don't give anything away from Hot Flash, right? You saw what we saw before here from Vanessa being able to hold that crossfire, and most of all, just like waiting for that push up from Hot Flash. And it feels like maybe the majority of it is that over aggression that just really comes through. Sunny sitting right in the middle and trying to at least gain some ground.
And here I am talking about passivity. We see the entirety of Hot Flash pushing through off of sight, looking to catch Bocks off guard.
Oh yeah, Sunny knows what's gonna happen here, but the angle, just getting wide swung, and it's Smiley went out the duels. Police on Bocks, right? The aim consistently unmatched.
And Sunny goes down. 1 in 5 so far. Everybody else on Hot Flash have had more success with these kills, but just being able to control that map, or the map control, it's been a little difficult. Bouchard and company are looking for the discovery period, trying to find out where someone like Zinnia could be, but she's down below, waiting for that entry. It's never going to happen.
No, not here. Slow push up to Rise, and it's very quiet, very silent, right? We're possibly waiting for that 30-second mark, if not, just waiting for something. Yeah, it's going to be a really aggressive push coming over towards that A site.
And who's there but Summer? One of the best aggressive players we've seen so far in this matchup. Holding the line, pressured against so much util.
Ooh. I'd be scared if I were Summer. The peak comes down to it. It's Bouchard and Kimmy peeking perfectly in cohesion, right? That cohesion plays in. Hot Flash, just 2 more players left. Now you got at least a 4v2 here. What are you going to do with these players?
I think that's a great question. What can you do with Janky and Leah? We've seen so many of those fakes before and now pushing onto the site, but they're separated out. They can't trade each other, and they're already outnumbered 2-1.
Yeah, it seems like they're just waiting here, which, I mean, makes some sense. But you can see, right? Like, a little bit more content here for Police and Bocks. Trying to discuss ways that they can fix their economy would be the best situation, because Hot Flash, once again, quite possibly, might have to just save up once more.
Yeah, and these saves are becoming a common pattern now for Hot Flash. Ooh. And even trying to save it doesn't work. Vanessa hunts down Leah. 5-1. Very similar storyline to what we had seen in the first map, too.
It's a hard position to be in, right? Like, one of the main reasons why Hot Flash just really can't get back on their feet is, you know, once they finally get out of the save round, it's Police and Bocks reading so well into Hot Flash, reading so well into the distraction they're trying to put out, and, I mean, it's almost impossible at this point.
And keep in mind, too, because of how groups work for ESL Impact, it's by round differential. Technically speaking, Hot Flash are in the lead, but only by 2 rounds over Police and Bocks. And already counting into map number 1, there's a big adjustment going through in the group stage.
Yeah, just some discourse coming along. I think for Hot Flash is here, the main discussion would be looking at the approach that you're taking. Because I definitely feel like, right, it's not too much of a struggle for them quite possibly to hold things. The only issue is that they're losing majority of these fights, right? If they manage to maybe play a little bit more together. I'm seeing a lot more crossholds, even on the attack coming out and playing off that contact, playing as a team, getting the entries together to make sure they can get that refrag. That's something I'm consistently seeing here at a Bocks, but it kind of feels like there's a little bit of discourse here on Hot Flashes.
Yeah. It's definitely hard to pinpoint. I think you're completely right. We're seeing a lot more of that cohesion, that chemistry for Police and Bocks really shining through. And it looks like, though, we do have Senna on that op. I can't wait to see how the op comes into play here, especially for the T side, because historically speaking, when you think of Overpass as like a, not defender-sided, but the main reason, or the main way of defending would be like on the op. So I'm curious to see how that goes.
I think everything's going to go well here, though, this round. I mean, if Hot Flash can kind of fix what they're doing here on the defense, and defense is perfect for that team play, because on the attack, right, your main objective is getting that bomb down, so you tend to occasionally sacrifice, right, and you have to have that entry player come through to be able to give you a little bit more of that entry. The most you could really play for is that refrag, right? So coming into the defense, you could abuse that. You could abuse, the potential refrag that could come through, having maybe majority of players play together and kind of give up some control towards a certain site so you can get that retake in perfectly instead of losing these players as things continue on. But it's mostly just one of the main issues of, are they comfortable in trying to switch things up?
Yeah, and speaking of comfortability right now, it looks like we do have an issue with one of the players in connectivity, so we're just kind of waiting on that and seeing what happens from there. But overall, I mean, you're completely right. I think this is a battle of pretty much chemistry difference here. Hot Flash have been a team for a long time with various members coming and going, but Police and Bocks, we talked about this before we even started the first map, have been this amalgamation of a lot of different Impact team players coming together and almost forming like a super free agent team going into this next matchup. But they were in the losing seat going into the beginning too. They were down by 2 rounds in the round differential, making them the bottom of the group, despite taking a map away, something that Hot Flash has yet to do in this season.
Oh, maybe, yeah. It's just so okay. Just jamming out. Yeah, me too. Right? It's been a fun night as it is. You can see they're definitely having fun here, but yeah, I mean, just excited to see what changes, what looks good. I mean, overall, right? Just mainly fixing the problem that's happening ahead right now, and then fixing the next. So, it's just a tough matchup.
It is a tough matchup, yeah. But luckily, this isn't like the only time they're going to be facing against each other in the groups either. That's what group stage is for. So there's a lot of opportunities to kind of go back and forth between each other. But yeah, looks like we're back in game. Everyone's back into the lobby. All is good in the world. And I mean, I guess we can go back to setting that up. This is the first time we've seen any sort of sniper in a matchup where the angles are so long. And I'm really curious to see if Senna's going to be at the front of the lines or hiding the back towards maybe the late in the mid game kind of potential for contact.
Yeah, already some shots being fired. Seems like, yeah, mostly just kind of trying to create some of that diversion. Please send Bocks and take down by Zinnia, and that's going to be such a good opening pick. Zinnia at least being able to take down Smiley. My apologies, not Smiley. Oof.
Ooh.
Never mind. It doesn't matter anymore. Please send Bocks just getting the refrags.
But look at this. The lane to A is completely open. No counter sniper to worry about at all. If you're Bocks, you can just make your way onto A. But now we see Summer making the fast rotate back over, realizing that nobody was on site and there's no presence of Bocks at all. Summer might be against the entire world here.
Oof. Almost a lost fight here for Bouchard. But still, I mean, time of the essence. The bomb being planted here. Please send Bocks. Limiting the time here. Now the Hot Flash is definitely feeling like they have to try to get the push up. Here it is, Zinnia. And Janky manages to get the one. Now the workup comes through, and this is where the real issue gets caused. It's always Vanessa, never missing the headshots, and it's unfortunate.
Another one in the books for Police and Bocks. Hot Flash, they had a really strong round, the one they won, and this goes exactly like we said for Inferno. It's not like these rounds are stomps per se when you look round by round, because there's a lot of gunfights that happen, and oftentimes it's Police and Bocks that lose those gunfights. It's just having that structure in the late game is what Bocks have for their primary advantage. Hot Flash, they're able to win mechanically a lot of these fights when they're able to catch people out on corners just like this. We'll have to see if that test comes into fruition again. Scientific method this one through. Everyone on Hot Flash have pushed up near toilets looking for the entry point again.
I'm liking this approach here. Super quiet. And it usually is that fake that we can see. Kimmy always standing just right under, waiting for somebody to peek through, and always separated from the group, because you can heavily rely on that Smiley working their way up around that mid sides, but it really does seem like that A site that we're really working for.
Pressure's mounting on A site, though. Sunny's still looking to find that primary entry, the first blood. No longer in Sunny's favor, but could still find one for Hot Flash's side.
Yeah.
You have to worry about Kimmy, too. It's a slow default push onto both sites. A lot of util dumped all over side A, but what about B?
Oh no, I'd be scared here. Okay, a Molotov to close things off, which is completely fine. I mean, really just nothing going on here. Kimmy working their way up around, going towards that A site. Summer left alone. Maybe they might just be able to peek this through, but it's the shots that really are committed, and Summer lucky to the touch.
2 left alive for Hot Flash. 2 to 1, make that a 1 to 4 ratio. Summer goes down. Another for Little Bocks. Just a slow tactical insertion onto the site. Bocks haven't changed their strategy at all in these rounds. They're just waiting out Hot Flash to see where they can push first and then rotate off the other site and execute off that. Kimmy was there for that slow little stealthy crawl through Monster, and that was great. Helped with the entry of the site, but by then, it was already set, Police and Bocks with a huge advantage in terms of bodies. And now look at the economy again, Gompers. It's not looking good at all.
No.
It's nothing but P2s and some pistols, maybe. But you have to meet aggression with that. You can't hold corners with just a pistol.
Yeah. It always happens. Always happens. And it's super unfortunate. Now we're coming along down here, right? And there's just so many players sitting down, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. It doesn't come. Instead, there's going to be some flashes. Janky trying their best.
Yup.
They have the pistol coming around, and it is going to be that cross contact that really assists here to be able to get that pick. But there it comes. Not able to pick up the rifle. Smiley working their way up around and trying to at least get this pick through. They know they can take it because the Molotov is going to at least assist in that endeavor. But things don't work out the way they please. Smiley manages to get so much damage.
It's a 2v1. So little HP left for Hot Flash.
Yeah.
Now there's a AK picked up.
Ooh.
It's Sunny. The AK wielder last alive. It's been read into, though, about the flank. Sunny goes for the molly. Great way to divide out the site. Trying to go for the counter flank of the flanker now. It's Sunny, who has the high ground, quite literally. But it's just ring around the rosy. There's ashes and ashes, Gompers. But I don't know who's going to fall down.
Yeah, Smiley's actually working their way up tracks, and a perfect shot around the back here. Sunny got no idea as to what's going on. It took 1 to 8, by the way.
You gotta give it to Hot Flash, though. That was a great eco round. Like, other than winning the round itself, you can't ask for anything better. You remove the op. I think you ensure the op didn't even get picked up. Maybe Santa perhaps did pick it up outside of Monster at the end of the round. But regardless, you just removed a lot of weapons off of Police and Bocks. Now, keep in mind, their money isn't destroyed. Maybe that were to happen again. Maybe, yeah. But they've been able to back up so many different rounds. All of these continual successes. Now, one of those rounds does a lot of damage, but it doesn't break Bocks' economy whatsoever.
Overall, it's just really difficult for Hot Flash once again. And, you know, we talked about, you said you maybe had some hope here for Hot Flash to take things back. I think so too still, right? Summer bringing out the op, trying their best to succeed here. And I think that's going to be great, but, I mean, they got to use it effectively. And it just hasn't been working recently.
You got to have faith. You got to have faith. And I do.
Yeah.
And this is an aggressive round from Bocks. They're just plowing their way in, but look at this! Catching the boost off guard, that's 2 that goes down! And Summer has the up. But at what cost? You've lost 2 already, and one of them Sunny. Some of your top fraggers for the team gone.
Bach looks like they're having fun there. Like always. You can see the coordination coming along as some of those comms come out. Janky sitting behind this truck here. Oh, it's just like war here. Janky's just waiting, but it's perfect because Janky manages to catch them out from behind, but doesn't matter. You get the one, you're not able to get the others. You're good for 2, but you only get 1. Now it's Summer and Leah that really need to take this retake in when it could have been more.
And when one of the 2 left alive for Hot Flash is an op wielder, you don't have a proper site to find. To take anybody down on Bocks in the surface world, you have to go underground. Quite literally. Deep undercover to try to find one, but no. Leah is trying to be more aggressive to find that exit frag, but overall, Bocks again, a tactical push onto A. B seems more locked down for Hot Flash. They seem much more comfortable on that site, but when it comes to A, it's almost no contest. Bocks have won it flawlessly. Oh no. What? Summer!
You're just like, look at Summer, the smirk on their face when they
No way!
They said, hey, I know you're looking, and you can look, but don't touch. That's all it was.
If I tried to knife somebody, I would get opt instantaneously too, but I don't even know how you hit a shot like that. Wow. I mean, barrel to the face, sure, but the reaction time. Can't imagine what these players' reaction times are. You know, we're casters. It's probably like in the high hundreds. Theirs is like in the 40s.
It's just a little unbelievable. To be honest with you. No way that happened. I mean, you gotta have some fun from time to time there.
And Bocks are going for the same exact approach again. Now, this time there wasn't that aggressive boost from Hot Flash. They're expecting A side to be the push. This might be the most predictable, non-conditioned play we've seen from Bocks so far, and they're looking out for those deep corners, but there's no presence that Bouchard can see.
No. Yeah, splitting up though. Ooh. I just love seeing the util just gather around. Okay, the Molotov thrown on top to try to clear out, at least behind Truck here, smiling in the middle of, I mean, the war zone here. Things don't work out the way that anybody on Hot Flash plans it to. And they managed to actually take the A site, so this is perfect. The only thing that really could come in their way here is Janky. Janky's working their way up the stairs. And if they manage to, I mean, peek out when that smoke starts to clear, things could get a little bit hesitant.
And Janky was blocked up by the Molotov, and so was the rest of Hot Flash. This time, though, was smoke. Smiley's ready, though. Ready for the swing. Play off contact. Not once, but twice. So many different bodies on site, but 1 for 2. Make that even more. Nearly a 4K. In the hands of Smiley, it's a 1v1.
Oh, it just never ends. They can hear the defusal come through. Kimmy says, no, not on my watch. Oh. Manages to stall for some time. They know exactly what's going to happen, and the wide swing works out. Kimmy stalling out perfectly. And there comes the eruption.
Yeah, we gotta see a replay of that again. Holy Smiley! Just one by one. And tradability is so important there. We had seen the overheat up, I would say an overheat from Zinnia there. And then we had seen the immediate push up again from Summer, trying to trade out Smiley, but by then, there was so much chaos already erupting that, you know, everyone's a little discombobulated there, but Smiley just completely stoic in that case. So nice to see. 10-1 now. Hot Flash. I can't mince words, Gompers, struggling here on Overpass.
Oh, this is the teamwork I've been wanting to see from Hot Flash.
But here's the issue with that boost. You double HE nade, that's at least one body gone.
Yeah. Ugh. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, and it actually pays off because Kimmy continuously found in this positioning, right? Always trying to work their way up around Monster. And as they finally are able to, working onto that B site, they finally catch some damage. But actually no picks, which is going to be a little bit more punishing, but it doesn't matter. Please send Bocks, still managing to take out everybody as they know it since the pistol round actually taking a hold of Hot Flash.
Leah goes down, leaves Summer last alive. Eagle shot to the face, Kimmy falls. And up above on A, that bomb goes down again. Keep in mind again, if you're Please Send Bocks, why would you go B for the bomb plan? No, Azai has worked flawlessly from you from here on out, or at least this far.
Yeah.
And it looks like, is this an exit or a potential save? Who knows, Summer could try to hide again.
Yeah, Summer's going downstairs. Oh.
In the basement.
Just waiting. Not even the basement, just the living room.
Crawl space.
The living room. It's
a living room
area.
underground?
Yeah, that's
nice.
the living room. Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
New terminology.
I wish I had a house like that.
Yeah, me too. The TV would be propped up on the left, like right there.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
11-1. I mean, we talked about the round differential before the tack timeout. We gotta talk about it again. Every round counts here between the two teams. This was only going into this matchup a difference of 2 rounds that Hot Flash had over Please Send Bocks. And the 2-16 scoreline, that's 16 extra rounds for Bocks' favor, and 11 more.
Yeah, tons of smoke actually being expended, which is great. They were just making a party coming along. They said, let me just smoke everybody out. They can't see us, they can shoot us, right? So Please Send Bocks definitely thinking of the right idea as they start to work their way around. Vanessa looking very, very intrigued, confident, if anything. And Please Send Bocks, I mean, once again, that confidence that they keep on showing honestly just keeps paying off. 11-1, obviously looking good.
And this is a full buy round 2 from Hot Flash. We've seen how much economy they have had to, or how many rounds have gone away with those pistols just to have this round come by. They can't lose this opening pick.
Oh. Vanessa waits. And these angles are always so bad. I would get scared if I got caught out in one of these, but Summer manages to at least try to use some of that E-tilt to gain some advantage. And just like work their way around. There comes some of the information. The first kill down. Summer getting taken down as well. And that's unfortunate, right? The refract comes through. Hot Flash still managing to lose majority of the players, but Janky,
2v2.
this is it. Oh.
A quick snipe away brings things to a 1v2. Leah trying to keep Hot Flash alive. On her shoulders, brings it to a 1v1.
Oh, it's so possible. But 1v1s are so dangerous with Bouchard. Last time we saw Bouchard played with their emotions, and the white swing just keeps on winning. It was the second time we were able to see that 1v1 with Bouchard and Leah. And Bouchard just always wide swings that and takes the headshot.
Good lord. Let's see that one more time again. Leah came so close, was able to divide out the 1v1, playing off contact again. Picks up the op too, by the way. Totally not biased at all. Best op skin in the game. But the stalling that we've seen from Bocks on that A-side approach has been so good. And Hot Flash are getting closer and closer to defeating that strat. They're coming closer and brought it to a 1v1. But again, when you have a strat like that and Janky goes down to the immediate op, it's hard to have enough for the retake.
Oh, yeah, missed shot there from Senna. So actually might just be able to allow Hot Flash to work themselves up. Summer, though, getting low and not having anything to assist with that. So now they got to kind of work around Please Send Bocks, allow Zinnia to take these picks and maybe bait themselves out here. Summer not playing too close, though. Ooh.
Zinnia having some control in the bottom of sewers. Bomb does go down on B. We haven't seen this happen in quite a long time.
No.
2 left alive, though, and look how heavily damaged Summer is. This boost could at least be good for 1. Nade goes down first on top of the nade. Oh, but Summer can't find the confirm. Damage dealt to Vanessa, though.
Oh, straight through. Vanessa has eyes of a hawk, and Zinnia knows this. Sitting back, Senna's like, when is this gonna happen? And it is going to be that 13-1 that really just keeps coming through. Zinnia having to run away. Yeah, closing the door behind them. That's so proper. That is such a proper thing to do.
They're polite. The 13-1 Gompers, I mean, we predicted the CT side would be faring a little bit better because Hot Flash did have that great mechanical play going in from map 1 to 2, but it's the pressure from Bocks that have just been unmatched. Whether it be the opening first blood like we had seen before or a variety of different things, it's been the pressure.
Yeah. Overall, yeah, it's been like that for the past 2 maps. Please Send Bocks, like, look at the way they're playing already, right? On the attacking side, they managed to consistently have Kimmy playing around Monster, and it always works. This time, they're trying to at least have 3 players here from Hot Flash play around that positioning down in B. But the thing is that this is where the fake starts to begin, working their way towards A here for Please Send Bocks.
And Janky, thinking there should be somebody from Bocks around here, but everyone's hiding, including Kimmy. Summer retreats back onto B. Not being able to find anybody, though. They have to rotate back over to A. Kimmy, though, unleashes the beast, takes down Leah.
Oh. Shots fired. Shots missed. Please Send Bocks, though, a 4v2. And, of course, Summer having the maybe. Actually, this is perfect, but the timing!
Only 2 left again. Summer and Janky.
No.
Janky's fighting for her life. Removes the op from contention.
A perfect play. Space needed to be taken. Janky, after getting a 2K, just cannot close things out. And that's what I mean. Play together in that situation. You're pushing up on an angle that, I mean, you don't have any backup.
Oh, no backup whatsoever. Luckily, though, we can back things up a little bit by switching sides, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Better said I told you what I'm gonna do. I told you what I'm gonna do. What you gonna do? Tell me what you gonna do. I run my own ish. Tell me what you gonna do. I came to slay this, yeah. Tell me what you gonna do. You better mind your own business. I came to slay, yeah. I told you what I'm gonna do, yeah. I said I told you what I'm gonna do, yeah. I told you what I'm gonna do, yeah. I came to slay, yeah. Tell me what you gonna do. Tell me what you gonna do. Tell me what you gonna do. What you gonna do? Tell me what you gonna. Tell me what you gonna do. Tell me what you gonna do.
Time is upon us. Hear the roaring of footsteps marching on.
We're at the half of map number 2 between Hot Flash and Please Send Bocks, and Please Send Bocks are looking pretty good. Hopefully we can have a little bit more time in this series here today, but this is map number 2. Hot Flash only taking away a few rounds of map number 1, and Please Send Bocks already looking to be 13 rounds ahead to close out the series. Oh, Gompers, this isn't looking good for the T-sided team now.
No, we saw before Police and Bocks actually have a really good defense. So playing into this, I'd be a little bit scared as well. Already Bouchard and aggressive, trying to work around the flank. Oh, but there it comes. Janky knowing and reading into this team. And this is perfect. This is where, you know, that iteration starts to come in, and this is where the adaptations start to play.
Oh. You might be onto something. Two left alive for Hot Flash. They're both divided out, and Smiley has a rough idea, but one's right down below.
No.
Nearly bringing things to a 1v1.
All right. No, that was a good read. Honestly, that round was won just by Janky alone. Janky knew what was going to happen, knew to play back and wait for that flank because of the fact that, I mean, they kind of read into that perfectly. Maybe Police and Bocks kind of had this before, and you said VOD review, and maybe that's just what they did.
Yeah, the anti-strat for the XX here might be unbelievably strong. We'll have to wait and see, though. This is the buy-up round, and Janky, like you said, a dominant force in the first round there for Pistols. It's going to need the AK to come out. And Janky could just find so much impact here against the USPs, and maybe a few B2000s, but Wide Swing City.
Okay.
Of it.
Yeah, there's more to come, though. Oh, Molotovs. Coming down. Damage, headshots. Bouchard trying to at least pick this fight, but left alone, and pretty much just game over for Bouchard. They can play for the next game, I mean, the next round, even, considering the fact that the save round isn't looking too steady. But they actually had a really good take, right? They took down 3 players from Hot Flash.
Absolutely. No team's eco is going to be great coming out at the end of this round.
Yeah.
I do have a secret to tell you. When we saw Bocks go up against Evil Geniuses, it wasn't a stomp. It was won in overtime. It was 19-16. That means it's not impenetrable for Bocks to lose this side. And if they did do their homework on Hot Flash's side, we could very well see the same exact scoreline and maybe, again, just maybe putting this into the world, manifesting it. We could see that map 3.
I think so. But it's going to be a long run, which is one of the most worrying things, actually, because if Hot Flash managed to win this round in particular, and only this round due to the fact that it is going to be the bye here for Police and Bocks, they're able to recollect themselves in a way where they can finally possibly have a little bit more of that equal ground here. But if they manage to win this one, then I think Hot Flash can most definitely keep this up.
Hot Flash are playing it slow, though, for their exec. Sunny looking to go for a bit of an anti-ego, just holding on to a bit of a sub there, but goes down, tries to play more aggressive. And Bocks, they have some rifles of their own. They're looking to hold those angles again. Wait for Hot Flash. We had seen them on Inferno. Take a little while for the exec last time, and it seems like for Overpass, it's not much different. Keep an eye on the utility, though. The utilities what gave away the plot for the most of the rounds. And everyone's being very conservative of them.
Yeah, Bouchard knows better than to peek an angle like that one. They're really trying to be diligent here with their picks here for Police and Bocks, and I actually really like this. Maybe you're right. Maybe this is the time where they can change things up. They're winning fights one at a time because Hot Flash continuously taking these 1v1s, and they're getting taken out continuously based off that defense hold.
With 40 seconds left, you have to get on the site. A 2v5 is slowly but surely melting down even more to a lesser and lesser body count line, but Janky. 17-15, hiding away.
Yeah.
Bomb's down. No one's around to pick it up. It's all for the gunfights here. Smiley's good for another. Leaves Janky left alive. Does get the bomb back in her possession. It's a 1v4. Anywhere you go, 16 seconds left. There's physically no time to get on the site. Might be a safer angle than what Summer had before.
Oh. Yeah, unfortunate
maybe
here.
Not. Senna? Oh.
Okay, Janky makes it out alive.
I was worried there for a second.
Yeah. Nah, it rightfully so, but Police and Bocks, they just keep coming back. It's like they're like that fly that you keep trying to kill in your room. You just can't. It's flying around your ears consistently, just being bothersome.
True, and there's no bug spray around here anywhere. There are incendiary grenades. Might be a little much for bugs, but it's so good about clearing that space, especially around your ears. But first Molly does go through. A great lineup, and it does clear some of the space. And Leah makes that entry on over. Good to take down one. And hides away, but immediately traded out.
Yeah, that was a really nice jump above from Leah, making things work out. I think overall, the biggest thing here, taking the retake, is kind of like owning some respect here for Hot Flash because they have been playing very, very well thus far. The only thing is that Vanessa creating somewhat of a distraction, and that's going to allow Bocks Kimmy to be able to take this one pick through. And there comes Bouchard trying to work their way around the back to take this flank. Bouchard knows exactly what's going to happen, and as that soul comes down, it is going to be the defusal that comes through. Oh my goodness, Kag.
Ooh, I mean,